Happy Saturday. A lot of IMF free, closed food lines, continued induction, double induction of energy through the bow shock, just like any other magnet through the equator. We have tornadic activity as if there was a second sun breathing an opposing wind, an opposing charge behind the planet. There's a square. And we've got some hits from the front coming in today. I'm assuming those are from the solar winds. Now, this is a counterclockwise rotation. As you can tell, here's Antarctica. This is the South Pole. Others are calling out a double South Pole. And of course, our rotation up here is just completely clockwise on steroids. Real good wind speeds at this point. And we've been watching them build for months since I said, uh-oh, we're going to get crunched. And we've been getting crunched pretty good. Now, another thing I said is we'll see the jet stream clearly on the surface, which shouldn't happen. But that's what we're looking at, as you can see, right to the surface, just like I said it would. You no longer have intersecting layers that grind down the gears. That's how it used to work. It doesn't work that way when you're pressurizing the atmosphere, causing your humans to be completely elevated and useless to you. Now, we've covered this several times. It's not going to ascend you because your human is spiking. It's going to make you sick, seasick, dizzy, unable to sleep, unable to eat, fucking have issues with everything, including your neighbor. Then you be chewing their face off. Now, these are not hot spots around the world that you're looking at. We're literally burning the fuck up. There are people being evacuated everywhere. I don't care what scientific people say. Your globe is burning, and the weather is getting exactly as I said it would for years. I've spoken of the magnetic braking, which is definitely obvious. You can look at the 20-foot fucking wave swells on the west coasts of the globe, and the east coasts being pretty goddamn low tide today because we're tapping on the brakes. And it's not just the oceans. Look, look, look. Boom, boom. Incrementally across the fucking Hudson fucking Bay. How's about the Mediterranean? Huh? Uh-oh. Look, we're climbing the wave. Oh, damn. Because that's the west coast where the water would go if this ball was spinning this way and all of a sudden tapped on the fucking brakes. The water's going to continue. And that's what we've been seeing all week. Those taps on the brake cause it. Look at the oceans. They're starting to get crazy looking. I'm not wrong. You can plug in an electric clock and keep track yourself. This clock has been changing. Several of you have done so and noticed, and know for a fact when scientific people open their mouth and say we're speeding up, you've been watching this for a while now. Not like we discovered this last night when they started announcing the fact that, oh, yeah, we're spinning a little bit faster. No, we're actually not. In a world that everything is given to you 180 degrees from fact, I suggest you plug in a clock and start keeping track yourself. What are they doing to this every week for months? because we've been having some anomalies of rogue waves here and there. Well, those are very explained. We've been explaining them in detail. I began loudly documenting this shit in 2014 over here. Speaking of when Russia walks into Ukraine, China, Russia, and North Korea will launch upon us in simultaneous condition. You will have 20 minutes notice. China, because of the South China Sea, I'm not wrong. Russia, because of Ukraine, and North Korea, just because they can. Timestamped. Several times over there on my Facebook. I have said so several times here and on my BitChute. I told you a third of the trees and all of your homes are going to burn since that day. Several dozen times. But they throw excuses at you and get you all politically upset because your house burned down. Because you're not listening. You're not looking. You're believing everything you see and hear on the news. You should open your eyes and look around a little bit. This war is not something that just happened. I was informed of it, and everything on this page on BitChute under Angry Catfish by a senator. I legalized hemp and CBD in this nation, which was illegal on the globe. You policed the goddamn globe and made it illegal for almost 200 fucking years. I had that level of influence and I stepped down because of a plot to kill off 3/4 of you. And I don't think you understand because I'm not on C-SPAN that I can actually be traced to legislatures, several years of being the top fucking investigator for the senatorial activities. Period. My very first work was unanimously the first and only to this day unanimous decision in a goddamn North Carolina's entire legislature history, and it was against the federally implemented core curriculum. We made a federal law illegal on my suggestion unanimously because I proved without a shadow of a doubt our federal government was dumbing our children down by a factor of 1,000 from kindergarten all the way to 12, science to math, in a rainbow spectrum. It informed me nobody had ever done anything like that before, and I started working for these snakes that will chew their goddamn rattle off so you don't hear them coming. I'm not guessing about any of this. If you think they've changed one fucking word of what I was informed and offered a fucking bunker for my child and I to keep my mouth shut about, you're fucking insane. If you think I'm making this up for any kind of fucking reason, I don't give a fuck. I'm here so because I have a fucking conscience, I have a fucking soul, and I expect people to fucking take heed and open their eyes and actually investigate me instead of sit blindly on your fucking channels on your couch feeling comfortable believing lies that are going to fucking kill you and your family. I would hope you'd start fucking looking around. Our crops died. These people are having to fucking sell their cattle off their lively motherfucking hoods because there's not enough grass on the goddamn prairie to feed their fucking cows, and there's no goddamn corn because it's been dying. I don't give a fuck what the farmer across from fucking Lee says. You need to look around. Anything growing on trees, like an avocado, is having huge fucking issues. Your tomatoes, all these other plants are having huge fucking issues. It's because of your sun. It's not because of a drought. You've got two rainbows in the sky. You've got two suns showing. Those rainbows are completely different spectrums. It's not inverted. Look at the bandwidths. That screams, oh my God, that's a red spectrum fucking rainbow. On this channel, you're probably going to see me argue with a bunch of trolls because there are billionaires that do not like the secrets we have fucking uncovered over here. Now, you can sit here and tell me not to feed my fucking energy into lies and liars and easily proven lies. Let me tell you something. If they was so easily proven, there wouldn't be 8,000 people over there sucking the man's cock every day. There wouldn't be 40,000 people over there sucking the other guy's cock. There wouldn't be hundreds of thousands of people sucking Derek Brose's cock, the one orchestrating the entire goddamn thing from fucking Naughty Beaver and all them other people, right on down to fucking Oppenheimer Ranch and everybody that ever fucking split off of them. Operation Mockingbird, the man is orchestrating for your government and for the elites misinformation. That's why I offer you fact. I take you around and show you the web pages where to fucking look for your fucking self, and you can't figure it out. You come over here talking about opinions and ideas and theories. I have no theory on any of these fucking videos. Matter of fact, on our lives, we prove we're 18% more fucking accurate than the Israeli model for predicting quakes over here. Daily. Thousands of them. I don't know what's wrong with you people. I don't have a theory. I'm the goddamn whistleblower they refuse to allow any fucking airtime to. I've tried every goddamn channel, including every channel on here, to try to give this information, which is fucking easily discerned. Nobody wants to talk about it, including one of the biggest things in your fucking world right now that's fucking flashing like a neon sign that you motherfuckers walk around waving your book about. This is a confounded moon. These are time-stamped. Rise to set. It's doing a 180-degree roll in your sky. The best the trolls can do is tell you to lay on your back to make it stop doing it. Literally. That's what they're saying. We've seen this. Video form. I mean, they come out in public and say these things. It's nuts. Your moon is confounded, Isaiah 24:23, like a flashing neon sign you were handed in kindergarten when your fucking Sunday school teacher read it to you. People, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You would believe anything you fucking hear, wouldn't you? Stop listening. Start looking. You got eyes. Open the fucking eyes. You fucktards, you're killing me. You don't like my language? Get over here to Homebird. Okay? And while you're studying over here at Homebird, because he doesn't cuss like I do, he'll give you some pretty good information. He ain't going to give you the things I do because I got you on BitChute over here, which this entire format will block me for to post over here. However, most of the things I was saying on BitChute have already happened. And you can look at the timestamp. I was telling you before they happened. Even on BitChute, and I downloaded them later. If you can prove me wrong, I've offered cash and all kinds of shit for NASA Link, which doesn't exist because NASA actually finally came out and admitted that the Earth's axis shifted. Well, duh. You could tell that by looking at the moon. You can't roll the moon and roll the shadow on the moon. You have to change our position. Well, our axis shifted. Now we roll from top to bottom. I've shown you this. Several working models on this channel. Don't ask me for a working model. I've already given them to you. I've given you several different working models, working with you spinning beside a fucking ball that's lit by a flashlight.